Hello everyone. In this video, let us discuss about some direction based problems and a few rain problems related to kinematics. So in that, the first comes to be a person works in such a way that he covers equal distances in each step. What he is saying? He is covering equal distances in each step. The person takes two steps forward towards east, two steps towards east, then takes a right turn and walks four steps towards the south, then takes a right turn and walks six steps towards west, and then take a right turn and walks further. The direction of his final position after a total of 20 steps walk with respect to his initial position he is asking. So it is asked on 12th May 2023 shift 2. So first let us draw the directions, right? Now first what he said, now here let it be the initial position, right? So first he is saying that he steps two steps towards east in this direction, right? Then right turn, okay? Walks four steps towards the south. This is the south direction. Then again takes a right turn, walks six steps towards the west, right? And again he take right turn and he walks further. Now he is asking to find the distance between the initial and final position, right? So now total steps, what he said, total steps he gave as 20 steps. Now let us see the last turn, okay? In last turn, total steps 20 minus, so in that 20 steps, he walked 2 plus 4 plus 6 steps, right? Out of 20 steps, he already walked 2 plus 4 plus 6 steps. That is, he walked 12 steps. So now how many steps out of 20 he walked 12 steps now? Now how many steps remained? 8 steps, 20 minus 12. So these 8 steps, now in this direction means north direction. He is walking in north direction. He is asking to find the initial position, the final position with respect to the initial position. So now with respect to the initial position, he said, so in such a way, direction. So in such a way means nothing but towards the west direction, northwest direction we can say. This is here, no? So we can say northwest direction. He will have 8 steps in northwest direction. Right? Clear? Now next, let us go for the next question. An ant starts from origin and crawls 10 centimeter along x-axis, then 20 centimeter along y-axis. So the dot product of ant's displacement with position vector of a point that makes 45 degrees with the axis and has magnitude of root 2 centimeter is, he is asking. It is asked on 18th July 2022, shift 1. So first, let us talk about the displacement of ant. First, 10 centimeter along x-axis. So I wrote it as 10I. Then 20 centimeter, see, 20 centimeter along y-axis, that is 20j. So total displacement 10I plus 20j centimeter. Now next what he said, the position vector of a point makes an angle 45 degrees with x-axis. Right? Assume position vector as r. R, how much he gave magnitude is root 2 centimeter, he said. And it is making angle 45 degrees with the x-axis, he said. Now, resolve this R into components. One Rx along x-axis, Ry along y-axis. So, Rx will be equal to R cos theta. Now, here theta is 45 degrees, the value of for cos 45, 1 by root 2. So, R value root 2 he gave in the problem. Root 2 cancels, we will get 1 centimeter. Similarly, Ry, R sin theta, R sin 45. R is root 2, sin 45 value 1 by root 2. Root 2 cancels, we get 1 centimeter. So, total R can be written as Rxi plus Ry j, right? So, that is equal to 1i plus 1j centimeter. Now, he is asking to find the dot product of ants displacement with the position vector. Displacement vector is 10i plus 20j. Position vector I plus j we got. So, 10i into dot I is 10 plus 20j dot j is 20. 10 plus 20, 30 centimeter is the correct answer. Now, next, let us move for the next question. A man walking along a straight line with a velocity of 6 km per hour encounters rain falling vertically down with a velocity 6 root 3 km per hour. At what angle the man should hold his umbrella so that he protect himself from the rain? So on 19th July 2022, shift 1, he asked. What he is saying? A man is walking along a straight line with velocity 6 km per hour. So assume that in such a way he is walking in a straight line with velocity 6 km per hour. Now the rain is falling vertically in such a way, right? And man is in motion. The velocity of rain he gave as 6 root 3 km per hour. Now, man is in motion, rain is falling vertically. Then how when the man is in motion? So, how to hold the umbrella in order to save himself from being wet? So, now we have to find out that particular angle. Okay. So, for that, here, you see what he said. Man is walking along straight line in such a way along positive x-axis with 6 km per hour. Right? Now, rain is falling vertically with 6 root 3 km per hour velocity. Now, man is in motion, no? Now, he has to hold the umbrella in order to be in a wet due to this rain. Right? In order to save him from becoming wet due to this rain. So, first, let us write velocity of man. 6 km per hour horizontally he is going. Rain velocity 6 root 3 km per hour vertically downwards. Now relative velocity of rain with respect to the man. How we will write? Vr minus Vm. So minus Vm, no? So actually the motion is towards positive x-axis. But as per this, Vrm we write Vr minus V1. Vm means in this direction the man has to move. That is minus V man. So now here let us assume that this vertical position of rain is making an angle at theta. Or let angle theta. First let us assume theta be the angle of the umbrella makes with vertical. Okay. Now tan theta. Now see, this is V rain. This is V man. So what will be the resultant? this will be the resultant, right? So now this angle between these both, okay? So tan theta opposite side by adjacent side. So opposite side is this one, which is equivalent to V man, by adjacent side is this one, which is nothing but V ray. Okay. So actually VRMM formula is VR minus VM. Means minus VM means in this direction itself only. No? Now the resultant between these two will be this only. No? So I can write it as VRM. Right. So now this resultant is making the relative velocity, can I say, making an angle theta with this vertical position of ray. So now this is opposite direction tan theta, which is equal to V man. This is adjacent side, which is nothing but VR. So now opposite side VM is equal to, he is walking with 6 km per hour. Rain is falling with 6 root 3 per hour. So 1 by root 3, the value of 1 by root 3 is nothing but tan 30. The value is 1 by root 3. So theta is equal to 30 degrees. So here the man has to hold his umbrella at an angle 30 degrees in order to save him from becoming wet due to rain. Now this is the rain problem. Now next, an aircraft is flying at height of h above the ground and at speed of v. Okay, the maximum angles obtained at ground observation point by aircraft after time t, he is asking. Maximum angle subtended by aircraft after time t. Okay, now what he gave? This is ground. He is the observer. First, at height h, at time t equal to 0, assume aeroplane is at height h at position C. As time passes, aeroplane has moved from C to A, let us assume. Okay. Now, what happens to this angle? First, this is the angle. Now, as aeroplane is moving, okay, this is the movement of aeroplane. The angle also changes, no? Right? The angle also shifts. So now distance traveled by the aeroplane is, what is the distance here to here only? No, CA. CA is equal to OB, no, which is equal to distance traveled formula, velocity into time. Let V be the velocity, T be the time. Now here you see a triangle has formed. It has reached here compare from the ground at height h. Now tan theta is equal to opposite side OB, adjacent AB. That is OB is equal to, here we calculated as VT by H. So theta equal to tan inverse VT by H is the answer. Now the next, the y component of vector A is 3.0 meter. If A makes an angle of 30 counterclockwise from the positive y-axis, magnitude of A is, he is asking. And he said to assume A in a xy plane. Alright. Now, this is x-axis, y-axis. Now, A makes an angle 30 degrees counterwise to y-axis, he said. So, this is angle 30 degrees, A, making counterwise to y-axis. Okay. Now, here, y component of A, what we will write? AY equal to A cos 30 degrees. Okay. Now, this is the y component of A. This will be A cos 30. This will be A cos theta. Right? Now, this becomes A sin theta. Now, y component, no? A cos theta. Okay. So, AY how much he gave? 3. That is equal to A cos 30 value root 3 by 2. So, from that A, you will get 6 by root 2, root 3, or 3 into 2 by root 3. Root 3 can be written as root 3 into root 3. So we will get 2 root 3 meter. Okay. Now this becomes a cos theta, y component, because it is making an angle with this, no? So this becomes a cos theta, and this becomes the perpendicular one, a sin theta. Now next, a man can swim with a speed of 4 km per hour in still water. Okay. How long does he take to cross river 1 kilometer wide? If river flows steadily 3 km per hour and he makes his strokes normal to the river. Now this is the river velocity he gave 3 km per hour. And man from here to here, he has to cross, you let us assume, with 4 km per hour. Now the river is 1 kilometer wide, he is saying. Now what he is asking? He is asking to find the time. How much that man takes the time to reach from here to here. Distance by speed. So distance 1 kilometer, speed 4 km per hour. 1 by 4 hour. So convert hours into minutes. 1 hour 60 minutes. So 1 by 4 into 60, you will get 15 minutes. Now next, it is asked in 6th August 2021. Next, the question of 11th September 2020. A person moves 30 meter north. Okay. Let this be the start point, 30 meter north. Again 20 meter east. And finally 30 root 2 in southwest. He is asking to find the displacement from origin will be. Okay. So now see, here two cases arises. One, we can assume this is the final point. This is the start point. This is the final point. If we assume in such a way, let us see. CE equal to AB is equal to how much? 30 meters. Now, if we just compare this triangle, what you will get? CE square plus DE square is equal to CD square. Pythagoras theorem. So, now we want DE value, no? So, displacement of a person from origin will be, he said. Okay, from here to here. Now, DE. Now, DE whole square equal to CD square minus CE square. That is 30 root 2 whole square minus 30 square. You will get DE as 30 meter. But in options, we are not having the 30 meter as answer. So, this is not possible. So, let us assume the another way, in such a way. So, this is 30 root 2, no? In southwest direction, you assume from here, he came to here. End point. Now, this is start point. As usual, from start point 30 meter north, 20 meter east, and 30 root 2 meters southwest. And this is end point. Now, displacement of person, how you will take? Final minus initial, no? That is dA. Final minus initial, dA. Final minus initial, the total becomes dA. Now, dA, how you can write? D minus AE. This is straight line itself only, no? 30 minus 20. DE here we find at 30. 30 minus 20, 10 meters. So, 10 meters along west he is going. Right? Now, next, let us go for some other rain problems. So, 3 rain problems are there. The first one, it is asked on 3rd May 2019. Rain is falling at an angle 30 degrees as shown in figure 30 degrees from vertical due to wind with a speed of 40 meter per second. Now a car is moving horizontally in direction opposite to the wind at a speed of 40 meter per second. At what angle from vertical will it experience the rain falling? Okay, we have to find the angle. So, Now, as per given in the diagram, in this direction, car is going with 40 meter per second velocity. In this direction, rain is falling with 40 meter per second. Now, it is making an angle 30 degrees with vertical, he said. Right? Rain is falling at an angle 30 degrees from vertical. So, this is the vertical. With vertical, it is making 30 degrees. Now, he is asking to find the angle from vertical. So, how the car, what angle means, in which angle the rain is falling? The person in car, what angle does he observe? We have to find out. So, now, here with vertical, it is making 30. Here it is 90. Total angle will be 90 minus 30, that is 60 degrees. Now, as car is moving in horizontal direction with the same speed as that of rain. You see in the problem, speed of car 40, speed of rain also 40 he gave. Both speed is same and car is moving horizontal to him. Right? So, rain appears to fall him at an angle 60 degrees. So, the person in the car finds that it is falling with an angle 60 degrees as car is moving in horizontal direction with the same speed. Speed is not changing as the speed of rain. So, we can say that angle will not change, that it remains as 60 degrees only. Right? Now, the next problem asked on 3rd May 2019. Okay. So, a boy runs on a horizontal road with a speed of 4 meter per second while it is raining. He sees rain is making an angle theta with vertical. Right? In such a way. An angle theta with vertical. While running from west to east. However, he runs from east to west. The angle is alpha, he said. The rain is pouring down at an angle 45 degrees with vertical, normal and at speed 8 meter per second as shown in the figure. He is asking to find the ratio tan theta by tan alpha. Here let us study this question in two cases. Okay. The first case, what he said, boy is running from west to east. So the diagram which he gave, west to east, the boy is running. Okay. Now next, what he said, rain, let this be VR. It is making an angle 45 degrees with vertical, he said. Right? Now, here the boy is running from west to east in such a way. V boy, velocity of boy. Now this is velocity of rain. Now this becomes relative velocity of rain with respect to the boy. And this relative velocity is making an angle theta with vertical, he said in the problem. So now, let us consider triangle OAC. Right? This triangle. Now tan theta. Opposite side AC. Adjacent side OA. Now AC you can write it as AB plus BA. So AB plus BC by OA. Right? Now what is the value of AD? Now this is V rain, no? Now this is the angle, no? So this becomes the horizontal component, VR cos theta. And this becomes the vertical component, VR sin theta. So now OA is VR cos theta. AB, it is VR sin theta plus BC, V boy. Right? So VR sin 45 angle plus VB by VR cos 45. VR he gave in the problem as 8 meter per second. 8 1 by root 2 plus 4 by 8 1 by root 2. Now if we simplify, you will get root 2 plus 1 by root 2. 8 by root 2 by 8 by root 2 plus, I'm separating, 4 by 8 by root 2. So 1 plus, this root 2 goes here, root 2 by root 2. 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2, 1 root 2, 1 root 2 cancels, 1 plus 1 by root 2. LCM root 2, so answer will be root 2 plus 1 by root 2. Now second case, what this boy did? Again he is running from, see, east to west. Okay. Now in such a situation, what he said, now this is rain, right? Now this is vertical. As usual, this becomes 45 degrees because in problem he gave rain is making an angle 45 degrees with vertical, right? V ray. Now this is V boy. East to west he is moving. V boy, right? So now this becomes, the dotted lines become VRB, relative velocity of rain with respect to boy. And in problem what he said, this VRB is making an angle alpha with vertical. We are making angle 45 with vertical. VRB making angle alpha with vertical. So now this is the angle, no? So this becomes horizontal component VR cos 45. And this becomes the vertical component VR sin 45 or sin theta. Tan alpha. Now this triangle only we have to consider OB, I think O, let B A. Opposite side AB. Adjacent side OA. Now AB we can write it as, if you assume this as C, AC minus BC we can write. Straight line, no. AC minus BC by OA. What is AC? I said vertical component VR sin 45. Oh no, this is the angle. So this becomes the horizontal component and this becomes the vertical component. Minus, now next BC. V by, no. VB minus divided by OA. So this is OA VR cos 45. Now substitute values. VR 8 in problem he gave. Sin 45 1 by root 2 minus 4 by 8 by root 2. You will get root 2 minus 1 by root 2 after solving. So now he asked to find tan theta by tan alpha ratio. Root 2 plus 1 by root 2 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2. Root 2 plus 1 by root 2 minus 1. It is in rationalized form. So let us multiply and divide with root 2 plus 1 by root 2 plus 1. You will get root 2 plus 1 whole square divided by, this is a minus b into a plus b, no, form. So the formula for that is a square minus b square, no. So root 2 whole square minus 1 square. 2 minus 1 you will get 1. Answer is root 2 plus 1 whole square. Either you can write root 2 plus 1 or 1 plus root 2 whole square. Anything will be the answer. And the last problem, this is also a rain problem asked on 6th May 2019. Rain is falling vertically with a speed of 30 meter per second. See, no, 30 meter per second. Man rides a bicycle with a speed of 10 meters per second from east to west in such a way. East to west with a speed of 10 meter per second. At what angle with vertical he sees the rainfall? At what angle he is seeing the rainfall? Man is moving east to west. Rain is falling vertically down. So this will be the resultant now. Right? Now let us join these two. Nothing but the velocity of man itself only. Okay. So now direct tan theta. Opposite side 10. Adjacent side 30. 10 by 30, 1 by 3. So theta is tan inverse 1 by 3. Towards west we can say he is moving towards west. Okay. Hope you understood the problems. If you like my video, please share it, subscribe it. Stay with my channel, Reshma Physics. Thank you.